All right, good morning. We're getting ready to head out on the Oregon Backcountry Discovery Route. We're starting off here up in northwest Oregon. Going to meet up with a friend of mine and then head down there. We're going to modify the trip a little bit. We're going to go down to the Alvord Desert because one of us hasn't seen that yet, and it makes a little more sense heading from where we're at to go there versus going all the way down into Deneo Junction, Nevada. The other changes, we'll probably head up to the Sunstone collection area and then maybe one or two other detours along the way as well. I mean, really, that's what it's about, is to get out there and explore a little bit. You don't have to stick to the specified route. Choose your own adventures. Some other changes from the Washington backcountry that I did based off some emails and feedback, or I'm going to try to do, is give a few more updates along the way. A lot of the emails and comments are people trying to plan their own trips, and they found that really helpful. So along with just the normal morning update about what time I'm heading out, I'll try to give kind of a midday point of interest update, and then maybe an end of day when we're heading into camp. So I'm gonna head out, meet up with my friend, head down there. I'm gonna skip all the highway driving for you. So for you, probably instantly, you'll see us in the Alvord Desert, hopefully. All right, let's get going. All right, we're out here in the Alvord Desert, getting ready to start the Oregon Backcountry Discovery Route. Played around out here for a little bit. It's about 3 o'clock. We're gonna see how far we can make it on section 1 before we camp, probably somewhere between here and Hart Mountain. So let's get going. Just went over Domingo Pass. So this is a big long straight of road coming up towards, before you go around some bends heading into Beatty's Butte. Just be careful if you're going down this road, they'll hit some soft silt spots, so be careful. All right, it's about 8 o'clock. We're somewhere not far from Beatty's Butte. Haven't quite made it there yet. We've already got camp set up, and check in with the morning and let you know when we head out. All right, it's about 7 o'clock. We're packing up camp, getting ready to head out. Probably head out in about another hour. Next stop will be Beatty's Butte, and then after that into the Hart Mountain Antelope Refuge. All right, we broke camp around 7:30 today. Now we're up on Beatty's Butte. It's a little after 8. Let's check it out. All right, it's about a little after 11. We're here at the Hart Mountain hot springs. This is the little pool they have kind of out in the middle of the field. We also got the main one over here. We'll go check that one out. All right, we decided to take a little detour, hang out here at the Sunstone public collection area. Basically, when you hit Plush, you head north for a while instead of going off west where the route goes. Got here midday, so kind of the horrible time to be here. Made the most of it, picked up a few things, and hitting the road again. It's about 2 o'clock. Next stop, crack in the ground. About 6:15. We're up here at crack in the ground, just checking it out. I'll throw in some drone footage here. Probably gonna find a place to camp around here. I'll update you when we get to camp. Alright, it's about 7:45. We're camping pretty close to crack in the ground. We'll see you in the morning when we head out. Alright, so it's about 8:30. We got camp almost packed up. Getting ready to head out. Check in with you at the next point of interest. Alright, it's a little after 3 o'clock. We just finished eating kind of late lunch in Sunriver, getting ready to head out. Alright, it's about 6:30. We took a little side route to come up to check out Jefferson Hut and some of the mountain peaks that you can see from up here. Alright, it's about 7 o'clock. Since we detoured a little bit to go to Jefferson Hut, we decided to detour just a little more to go to a campsite that we knew was nearby Jefferson Hut, but not too far off the BDR. So we're going to camp here for tonight, wake up in the morning, then meet up with the BDR, and head back into Sisters and continue on our way. All right, it's about 8:30. We're getting ready to head out of camp, get back on the BDR, continue the route into Sisters, and continue on from there. All right, talk to you in a minute. All right, it's about 9:45. We're leaving Sisters, heading into section 5. All right, it's 10:30, around there. We just made it to the Skylight Caves. We're gonna head in and check it out. We're doing the alternate Cache Mountain harder route. We're not actually going up on Cache Mountain just because the view's not going to be very good because of all the smoke in the area. But we're going to continue around the harder route and then re-merge with the main route. All right, it's about 1:30. We just pulled off here at Lost Lake Campground just to eat some quick lunch. Then we'll get back on the road and heading toward Detroit Lake. See you on the trail. All right, we just turned off at the Lava Lake Snow Park, and unfortunately there's a pyramid fire that's got pretty much the entire route from here up to Detroit is going to be closed off with fires. So, you know, it is what it is. So we're going to have to bypass pretty much this whole section unless we wanted to try to get creative. But even then, with the fires in this area, I'm not sure what else we're going to find blocked off. Here's a zoom in of the map that shows the extent of the fire. So pretty much the route we're wanting to go pretty much goes along the current perimeter from where we're at here. So we don't really have a choice but to skip this, continue on 22, and probably just end up into Detroit most likely. We'll see what we end up doing, but that's what we got to do. All right, it's about 4 o'clock. We stopped in here at Detroit Lake, took a little dip for a while since we, had to bypass most of Section 5 because of the fires. So we're gonna head out, probably find a place to camp here in Section 6 for the night, and then probably end up wrapping up tomorrow. We'll see. All right, check in with you at camp. All right, it's about 7:15. We're just pulling into camp here in section 6. Basically, we're on part of Skyline Road, a little ways south of Timothy Lake still. So we'll probably finish up tomorrow. We'll see what happens. All right, so it's day 5. This is probably going to be the last day of our trip. We'll probably finish up 6 and 7 and end up in Hood River today. It's probably a day early since we skipped most of section 5 due to the fires. So if you're doing the full route, I would count on, a full 6 days and 5 nights of camping, depending on how much exploring you do and how much time you spend in different places. Could even go into 7 days. And it's about 8:30. We'll get on the trail here pretty soon. Then I'll check back in with you. All right, it's about 10:15. We're heading out. We didn't actually head into government camp because we don't need to gas up, but we're heading out on the last section of the trail. About 1 o'clock. We are wherever this sign is on the last section, and we got a flat. Gonna get it fixed, get back on the trail. 4 o'clock on day 5. We're here in Hood River. We made it. Like I said, we had to cut out section 5 due to fires. I would add a day to your trip at least if you had to go do that section. Anyway, we're probably gonna go drink a beer, have a burger, celebrate, and then head home. All right, now it's time for you to get out on the trail.